to evaluate unpaid work more strongly than it is now, and also to evaluate motherhood in a way that is not just verbal.
The childcare is so awful in Germany. For example, after 5 o'clock you don't get childcare. So if you're a nurse, you're in trouble.
The project that we did that's particularly related to women's issues was a project about breastfeeding in our particular, well, I think that was in 3 counties in western North Carolina in the Appalachian Mountains, where many, many people are living in poverty. And it was discovered by the county nutrition workers that fewer women in Appalachia are breastfeeding their babies than is true of the nation as a whole. Breastfeeding is the natural way to do it, and it's better for everybody. It also is free. The biggest victory we felt was the fact that we were able to get some of the managers of the mills and the factories in the area, places where the young mothers are working, to provide a space and break time for the mothers to use the breast pump, and then they could save the milk and feed the babies when they got home. We're still working on the ideal thing would be to have a way for the babies to be there in a care center and be able to be fed directly during the working day.
International, and we're demonstrating that women's rights are human rights. These are cases that Amnesty have worked on women who have been victims of human rights violations.
I lived in Iran because I had to live for save myself and my children. All of the laws are against the women, and we denounce the Islamic laws against the women in our country, and there isn't any human right, and there isn't any human rights. It's really very different from Islam, like the religion. It's not religion, it's political. There is a lot of women that they try to do something. For example, last summer they arrested 80,000 women in the street because their scarf was not here, was there, and there is a resistance like that. There isn't any discussion with them. They kill you. They don't permit you to be.
Unfortunately, even in the United Nations, in the platform for action, there is this blatant thing called trafficking, prostitution, and related issues like pornography. These are made invisible.
Gabriela, Philippines. We work in the United States on the issue of the mail order bride. We have 50,000 women from the Philippines who have been sold to all kinds of men in the United States. And this business is legal and unregulated. And you have agencies selling 16-year-old girls from the Philippines, from Thailand, from South Korea, from Peru, Ecuador. And now they're starting to sell women from Eastern Europe and Russia. We have to do something about this. This is traffic in women.
My name is Nelia Sancho, and I come from the Philippines. My organization is Lila Pilipina and the Asian Women Human Rights Council. Lila Pilipina started as a support group for Filipino comfort women survivors. The word comfort women actually is a term of the Japanese Imperial Army, which in Japanese is Jogun Ianfu, and literally it means military comfort women. But it is actually a very serious crime which violates the rights of women, and it really involves violence and brutality on women, and this is what we call the military sex slavery, which has been part of a policy of Japanese Imperial Army in World War II to conscript or forcibly recruit thousands of Asian women from Korea, the Philippines, China, Malaysia, and everywhere where the Japanese army went to occupy. It took 50 years for the comfort women survivors to speak about their experience, and it is because it was only this time that a support movement of the women in Asia have come to provide that environment where they can speak out without shame and without fear that they will be stigmatized.
Na sa aking pagkatanda, dinadala ko, kaya